The healthiest approach to self-improvement is the one that works best for you. But how can you know which one that will be? Well, here to help us answer the question and tell us about his new book on self-improvement, we've got Sheldon Harris. Good.
Hey,
It's afternoon still, eh? Oh, it's not yet 6. We're going on. How are you doing, Sheldon?
I'm fine, thank you. How you guys doing in the studio?
Well, we're doing we're doing all right. It's not too cold in the studio. It's good temperature and it's a nice Friday afternoon. We're glad to
Definitely a
have
nice
you
Friday afternoon.
to help us talk about self improvement. Sorry, what did you say?
No, I'm saying definitely a nice Friday afternoon.
Yes, and a good Friday afternoon to talk about self improvement. Before we get to that, though, let's talk a little bit about you. Understanding you spent a little time studying electrical engineering. Did you study that in Russia or you studied that
Yeah,
in?
I studied that in Russia, actually.
All right. Well,
In the coolest part, Siberia.
well, you've got to just answer all the questions that people have on their mind. The moment I'm saying you went, because listen, we have electrical engineering programs in Jamaica. And how you end up all the way in Russia for that?
Well, at the time, I got a scholarship from high school. At the time, I didn't really want to spend money on having to gain responsibility of paying for student loans in the future. So I definitely took that opportunity for free education. It's a kind of a it was a 5-year program. So we actually learned the language first, and then we spent the next 4 years studying. Although I had to come back down as soon as COVID started. So I ended up finishing my education online here in Jamaica for the
Oh,
last year.
so you
But
speak a
yeah, it
little
was
Russian.
repeat.
You speak a little Russian.
Yeah, I do.
Give us
So,
one sentence.
oh, you want? Oh, okay. Привет, семья на Love 101. I said hello, family on Love 101.
Oh, that's nice. How long did it take you to learn the language or to become
It
comfortable?
actually took me about 2 years. So the first year we actually studied the language, but that was like just mainly conversational language. When we actually entered university now, that's where the real practice actually began.
Mm.
We actually had to learn from the textbooks and so on. We gained a lot of words and we had to communicate with our peers here. So that's when the actual learning started in the second year.
What was Russia like for you?
Okay, for me was where I was, it was very nice. It was a fun experience. They have a lot of nature there. It's not like the more popular places like Moscow or St. Petersburg. Like I was literally, you could call it almost in the middle of a forest. Although we were in a city, but anywhere you venture out, that is just pure Greenland and so it was definitely an interesting experience. I didn't really face any racism or anything in that particular area. Um, because black people don't populate there often and they only can go by what they see on television. It was really good. Everybody I met, we always talk about Bob Marley and all of that, and just had fun there.
Do you know a lot about Bob Marley to talk to people about it? Of course, they think that you're
Obviously,
like I
Kalando.
think I
I would
no,
have a
I
lot of
would struggle.
information.
If I was living in some place where people old, the only thing they know about my country is Bob Marley and want to engage me because they think I know everything about Bob Marley as well.
Well, I
I
mean,
probably
I,
would
I share
struggle.
what I can still, and growing up here in Jamaica, you've been listening to all this culture and music, so you definitely must have an idea who Bob Marley is to
Well,
communicate
of course, I know
to
who Bob
others.
Marley is, but I'm just thinking, would you have enough information to be engaging everybody around that since that's what they want to talk about? But clearly, they would want to talk about other things, eh?
Yeah, they would want to talk about other things as well. But yeah, I definitely had enough information to share with them.
So you look like a bit of an adventurer. I mean, yes, it was a practical reason to choose not to pay school fee or deal with student loans and decide instead to take a scholarship and move to a place like Russia for 5 years. Well, initially you were supposed to be there for 5 years. You finished up in Jamaica because COVID came, but
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like the straight line to self empowerment, which is what we're going to talk about today.
Okay.
The ingredients don't seem to immediately connect. Electrical engineering, Russia,
Yes.
self, and then now an author talking about self-empowerment? You have to connect the dots for us.
Okay. Oh, that's a good question. But like when you're outside of the working environment, especially when you're an engineer, you have to find things that bring more value to your life. One of the things that really empowered me as an individual outside of the professional environment was actually my church family.
Mhm.
Um, so I'm a part of a Baptist church. And so I participate in a lot of activities at church. I participate in youth fellowship. I participate in brotherhood. I participate in the general streaming services. Similar to what you do at Love 101, definitely. And that really empowered me away because it forced me to read a lot more about what God has to offer to others and what He has to offer to me. And that led me to a journey of going and say, how can I prove myself every day? How can I share with others every day? How can I become a better me and help others become a better them? So that was one of the major things that really led me down to this journey of trying to improve myself and becoming a better person in general.
What's that journey been like? How are you improving yourself?
Okay, so that journey, one of the main things that really helped me a lot to improve myself is reading. Um, I read, I read a decent amount. I'm not going to say a lot. That can sound a bit egotistical, but I think I read decently enough. I realize that more than
What
documentaries, more than
why would it be egotistical? Reading is good. What
no, no.
qualify?
Well, what I
Tell
mean
us
is that
what,
I don't
yeah,
want to
how
say I
much
read
you
a
read.
lot, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't. That's
Um,
what I'm trying to find out. I am
okay,
trying
I
to
read a
find out
lot.
what
I
you
read
mean.
a lot.
How
I read a
many?
lot.
How many? Okay, what's a lot?
Well, I think for me, a lot would be like 3 books every month.
Okay, fine. That's
Three
fair.
books
Three
every
books
month.
every month. That's
It's not like
an
some of
average
them
one book
very
a week.
short, some of them very long books.
Right.
It would vary. If it's like a book where I have to think about what the chapter is actually telling me, like right now, I'm currently going through Think and Grow Rich. That
Hmm.
no, that book encourages you to like sit down and think about the chapters. So each chapter you read it, you have to after you finish reading it, it's best like you take a 2 days and you just think about it and say, okay, I think this is what this chapter has to offer me. And then when you learn from that now, you go to the next chapter. And not even just that, but also trying to read my Bible more also helped me in self-improvement. I think God has to offer a lot to us throughout scripture. And so that really helps me.
But why did you
Apart from
decide to?
reading. Hmm?
Why did you decide to write it down and share that with others? Because yes, of all the things that you could write about, you've opted for self improvement. But before even writing about it, you opted to do your own self improvement for you.
Yes,
What
for me, definitely.
what was the motivation for then saying, "Well, let me write this book so that other people can
Okay,
share
so one
it."
of my motivations was that I really wanted to branch out from engineering, and I knew that I was really interested in self improvement and helping others to improve. So I'm like, okay, I need to bridge the gap. I could write more about um, improving improving myself, jotting down the notes, taking time to think about how can I convey this message to other people, and then producing something, a product out of that, and to show people that genuine information from my own life. So that was the main reason.
And it's not a one size fits all kind of situation, according to, I guess, accepted principle. The approach to self improvement would be, I guess, it's you, what you want to, the thing that you want to improve may not be the thing that another person wants to improve. So it
That's
really
true.
becomes the thing that works best for you. But if you were to provide us with some general principles around which you write, what would be like the first step for any person?
Okay, the first step in self improvement. Well, as I said, it really depends. This book I mainly cater to the how you should communicate with others, how you can build stronger friendships, and so I think one of the main ways for everybody to improve themselves is definitely through trying to communicate better.
Mm.
Actually, I think is I had a long discussion at church about that the whole time, and we had just had a blast just talking about ways in which you could learn how to communicate better with others and so on. So
How do
yeah,
you
I
do that? How do you learn how to communicate better? I mean, first of all, how do you even know you're not communicating well to
I
begin with?
mean, you could see the effects on how can I say this? Well, for example, you have two persons in a company basically with the same similar qualifications, and you have one person that's more talkative, try to socialize with everybody else, and you have another person that's in the shell. So the question becomes, who you think would be more, who would move up into that company more? And obviously, the person who tries to be more social, knows how to small talk, knows how to communicate. And communication itself, it involves like other parts to it. You have small talk aspects. You have whether you're dealing with an introverted person or extroverted person. You have a lot of aspects to that. So you pick one aspect out of that and try to work on that. So for example, before I wouldn't know how to open up to people in general. I go up to somebody whether I should start in a deep conversation or should I start with small talk or so. I realize that small talk is around in general pretty important, and I try to improve on my small talk skills and being able to come out of my shell more and getting more comfortable with communicating with others. um so yeah, I feel like communication would be one of the first things somebody could work on. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I'm going to accept what you said because communication can be tricky, but I take your point. I see where you went with that. Give
Yeah.
me a couple other things. If you were to give me like a couple practical self improvement skills beyond communication, you just talked about that one.
Practical self-improvement
Give me about
skills
two
beyond
more.
communication. I believe like learning, I think like a general self-improvement thing for everybody would be to learn the difference between a liability and an asset. Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's one good thing everybody should know. And I don't think it's something, in my personal opinion, is something that persons in the school system or in other systems actually learn about until they actually read it or somebody actually sits down and talk to them about. So I
Mm.
think learning that is super important, and that
Difference
can take
between
you
essence and
far
liability.
away in life.
All right, just give me 1 second, Sheldon. We have to take care of some business and come right back to you.
Okay.
Come here, Lizzie. We have to leave now, but I'm so glad I can carry my Love 101 FM with me anywhere me go.
How you do that?
What do you mean? I have the Love 101 FM app on my phone, so no matter wherever support me go, I just click on the app and props. My Love 101 is right here with me on my iPhone.
But after me not have iPhone, so how me I go here?
Simply go to your Play Store on your Android phone. Search for Love 101 FM. The red app with the Love 101 logo will show up and you just download it. Even my friend in New York did a listen love the other day. Clear in New York, my dear. And you know how him did a listen?
The time by Grace. Taste that moves you is
6:06 right here on Love 101, the family station. You're inside Engage, your drive time, entertainment, and lifestyle choice on the family station. And you're inside Overdrive. We're talking with Sheldon Harris, who is an author and an engineer with who knows some Russian. And he was talking to us about practical self improvement tips or skills. So you gave us two. You talked about communication, and then you talked about learning the difference between a liability and an asset. What else?
Okay, so communication skills, learning between asset and liability. I think the next self-improvement skill, this is probably one of the main ones actually. This is actually limit the amount of time I spend on social media.
Okay. And
Okay,
do what with the time?
okay, so I'll get into that. All right, so for social media in general, it's becoming a place where they try the best to keep you on it. So on various websites, they have reels, they have posts, you have a lot of videos you can watch, and the social media websites they cater to your needs. Like TikTok, if they find out you like a certain thing, they try to keep you on it with a lot of videos on that certain topic you like, and it just goes across the board. One of the things we actually, for young persons and persons in general, to improve themselves is trying to stay out or trying to kind of suppress it and trying to find more meaningful ways to deal with the time, because sometimes you might just end up scrolling for hours and you don't even realize how much time actually
Uh,
passing.
yeah. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. So the social media thing, and then I think I can give you one more, another
Okay, go ahead.
practical self-aware. No, I'm saying you tell me one more.
Oh,
One
one
more.
more.
Mhm.
Okay, so communication, the difference between asset and reliability, social media. Okay, the next thing now, which I think is important, is also exercising. So this may come in different forms. I don't think somebody needs to necessarily think, oh, there's one way to exercise or anything. It literally can enterprise like different stuff you like. So for me, I like to run. I just love running. I love long distance running in general. So normally like 4 to 5 times for the week, I just go out and run, do my exercise, come back. I try to be creative, write down some ideas as to what I would want to write next or things I would want to incorporate in my next writing. Or if I, after running, I'd feel like to watch a small documentary or learn how to pick up a new skill or something like that. But exercising can really get into that mindset and get into that certain discipline. Because if you can keep your body discipline, you'll be able to keep your mind discipline. And also, it doesn't make sense to try to improve yourself and your body is unhealthy.
Mm.
So exercise is definitely something that person should definitely pick up.
All right. Sounds like you've given this thing quite a good thinking through.
Mm-hmm.
And so you've been on your own self-improvement journey. How is that?
Well, it comes with it ups and downs. Sometimes I'm not going to lie, I end up slacking off and so. But it's important to just continue to be persistent, and persistence is key in everything we do.
Mhm.
And actually, before even like communication skills, I think like persistence should be like something. If somebody wants to self improve, is that what is the first thing that people instill in their minds? If you want to exercise, be consistent with it and be persistent with it. If you're thinking of managing your assets, managing your liabilities, you want to be persistent about that. So yeah, definitely. I wish to be a lot more persistent, and so I can chase down these goals I have, the self improvement goals I have. Yeah.
How people find the book?
Okay. How people find the book? All right. So they can find it on Amazon. They can actually type in "developing social skills for teens." It will come in the top three, or two other ways. So they can find the link in my Instagram and my Twitter. So they can find it on Twitter. My
Are you breaking up a
at
little bit, Sheldon? So we're not.
Instagram. You can find me on Instagram on at sheldon.p.h, and you just see the book posted.
All right,
With
sheldon.p.h
the
on
link.
Instagram. You're breaking up a little, but I think we got it. And it's self-improvement for teens. Is that's the name of your book?
Yeah, no, developing social skills for teens. No,
Developing.
developing social skills for teens. That's the name of my book.
There you go. All right, developing social skills for teens. That sounds like a
Yeah.
good book that parents should try and encourage their young people to read, and it's available on Amazon. Sheldon P.H is how you get in touch with him. Sheldon, thank you for stopping by, and you can go out with one Russian. How you say goodbye in Russian?
So you just said "До свидания,"
Oh, really?
"До свидания," or "Пока" for short.
Paka?
Yeah, Paka.
All right. Well, there you go. Paka.
All
Thank you. Thank you,
right,
Sheldon.
Kalando.
Take
Thanks
care.
for having me. Love it and family. Thanks for having me.
All right. No worries. Okay, so juice bars have popped up everywhere. Have they really? But it's fairly simple and often less expensive to try juicing at home. Here today to talk us through the health benefits of juicing and show us some fruit art you would want to explore for Christmas. We've got Chef, the Chief Executive Officer of Fruit Blossom, Colleen Harvey. Colleen, welcome. Are you hearing me, Colleen? You're kind of distant. Colleen? I'm hearing you, but it's very low. Okay. It's going to be whether the listeners are, because I'm hearing you. It's a little low. I'm also hearing some other things in the line. Are you hearing me? I'm breaking up. Okay. Okay. I wonder if we could probably try and connect with Colleen on a different line because she's not hearing me very well and she's low for me. All right. Well, let's take a break and we'll come back and try. This is Engage, your drive time entertainment and lifestyle choice on the Family Station Love 101.
This is a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
Labor rights? We gather in our thousands at the National Arena, Sunday, November 20th for the 79th Annual Conference of the Jamaica Labour Party. Here, Prime Minister and Party Leader, the Most Honourable Andrew Holness, Party Chairman Bobby Montague, General Secretary Dr. Harris Chang, Conference Chairman Desmond McKenzie, First Lady MP Juliet Holness, Deputy Leaders, Party affiliates and others deliver on the theme, Jamaica Stronger, one government, one JLP, one Jamaica Stronger. Bells ringing, green shirt, green flag, checked. The conference of the JLP, Sunday, November 20th, National Arena. You can't miss it. We now miss it. See you there.
The proceeding was a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour.
Come here, Lizzie. We have to leave now, but I'm so glad I can carry my Love 101 FM with me anywhere me go.
How you do that?
What do you mean? I have the Love 101 FM app on my phone, so no matter wherever support me go, I just click on the app and perhaps my Love 101 is right here with me on my iPhone.
But after me not have iPhone, so how me I go here?
Simply go to your Play Store on your Android phone. Search for Love 101 FM. The red app with the Love 101 logo will show up and you just download it. Even my friend in New York did I listen Love the other day. Claire in New York, my dear. And you know how him did I listen?
Let me guess.
Pan the Love 101 FM app.
All right then, all right. Me I go download it so I can have love with me to anywhere me go. Have you downloaded the Love 101 FM app? Take Love 101 FM with you anywhere and listen anytime via the Love 101 app. Available in your Play Store for Android phones and on your iPhone in the App Store. Love 101 FM. We are here, there, and everywhere. The Family Station.
Love 101. The Family Station.
This is Engage. It's your drive time entertainment and lifestyle choice right here on the Family Station Love 101. We're talking with Chief Executive Officer of Fruit Blossom, Colleen Harvey. Colleen, are you hearing me now? Colleen, is this better? Colleen, you're muted. Is she muted? All right.
I don't have my device. It's still activated. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you in a distorted way as well. All right, well, let's try the phone lines. We're just gonna go to telling you about the upcoming events, and then we'll try Colleen on the phone and see if we can connect with her. All right, to talk. Okay, there you go. A few events you don't want to miss. Ariana Lawrence Consultants presents the Business Within Me workshop under the theme Sitting on Money and You Don't Even Know It. This happens tomorrow at 33.5 Eastern Park Road, Westminster Plaza. 2,000 gets you in, and they start at 10 until 2. Evangelist Raquel Ministries present a conference under the theme Unleash Yourself. This also happens tomorrow at the Trade Center, Suite 18 at 30 to 32 Red Hills Road. Admission 1,000. They start at 10 until 2:30 this time around. Okay, there is a Miss Jamaica World Pageant preliminary activity fitness challenge happening tomorrow at Emancipation Park. So if you want to go check that out, they start at 6 p.m. And this weekend, obviously, is the start of the World Cup of, well, there's only one World Cup, World Cup football. So that's happening this Sunday. It's coming from Qatar. So I think the Qatari time is the Qatari time. Let me see. I think I had it. I think I had it. Wait. I'm going to tell you what time. Do I have the time in Qatar? Wait a second. I'm going to tell you world clock. Yep, it's 2:19 now, and it's 6:19 here. And so you can track the time. They're 8 hours ahead. So you can check and see what time the games are on, but that's definitely happening come. And a senior athletes anti-doping workshop is taking place tomorrow at where is this going to be? Terra Nova Hotel, and it starts at 11 o'clock. So senior athletes anti-doping education workshop under the theme Introduction to Adele. 24-hour access to anti-doping education. That's a JADCO. JADCO presents the senior athletes anti-doping workshop, and that is taking place tomorrow in Kingston starting at 11. I guess you can go to the JADCO website or follow them online to learn some more about that event. That takes care of our upcoming events. This segment is sponsored by Spur Open. SpurOpen.com is a Jamaican online platform designed to simplify online payments for charities, churches, event organizers, and micro business owners. If you want to register your event, go to SpurOpen.com/events and click the button that says Get Started Now. Registration is free, and your event doesn't have to be a paid event. We've got some music, unless we're able to figure out this thing with. All right, let's do that, and let's get a couple minutes in. And all right, we figured it out. Are you ready for us, Colleen? Okay. Colleen Harvey. Colleen, you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay, brilliant. Sorry about all that, but we're happy to have you. And all right, I think let me put a question to you. Okay, so Colleen, I have heard in recent time that juicing is that eating the fruit in its natural form is healthier than juicing. How do you respond to that?
That eating the fruit is healthier than juicing?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So it would be that the fiber, it's better to have fiber than to have the straight juice.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So the fiber helps to with the sugar intake. So that is why they say eat the fruit rather than just drink the juice, because the sugars go straight to the bloodstream. However, this sugar is processed sugar.
The sugar is what?
It is not processed.
Not processed.
Sugar. Right.
Okay. So you're saying it's okay to have that go straight to the bloodstream because it's not processed.
Right. So the body needs that for energy.
Ah,
Exactly.
all right. So, Colleen, what got you started on juicing?
Go again?
What got you started on this? Your company is called Fruit Blossom. Sounds like a wonderful name. What got you started on juicing?
Hold up 1 second, because I'm still not hearing you clearly. Go again. Repeat that one.
What got you started juicing?
Okay, what got me started on juicing?
Yes.
All right. So really and truly, it was I wasn't feeling well, and I had a situation where I was going to doctors, and they were like, okay, so if I can say it was just, I was diagnosed with fibroids,
Mm-hmm.
and I was told that, hey, I need to do an operation,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, no, I don't want to go under any knife or anything like that. So there must be a natural way in which we can reduce or to naturally heal our body.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is when I started to research, and somebody told me about a place where I could go, and this is how I got started with juicing.
Juicing, and
I
where?
took on 14 days juicing, no food, just juicing.
Yes. And what did that do for your body?
Oh my God, the first 3 days were like an addict coming off some drug, like.
It was rough.
But after the 3 days, after getting the headaches and you feel like you want to feel cravings, that you want to eat so much more. After that, I started to feel like a burst of energy.
Yes.
Energy.
Yeah, man, I know what you mean. I've been juicing myself since September. And I've shaved 20 pounds off and have lots more energy in the gym, and it does make you feel so. I know the benefits of juicing. But then you also do some fruit art, which we are showing on our stream. We are able to show our listeners and I guess viewers now on our stream some of your incredible fruit art. How did you branch off into that? Because obviously the fruit art now is you're using the fruit, you're not juicing it.
Into fruit art?
Yes.
Well, the fruit art found me first, and then the juice.
Oh, the fruit art found you first. Okay, that's cool. But it looks incredible. You do some wonderful things there. I'm gonna have to tell people how can people connect with you to learn more about how to
create these.
Yes.
And so funny, in short order we'll be putting out a class.
Oh, you're gonna teach it. You're gonna teach people how to do the fruit art very soon. Okay. Yes. So how do we find you online, or where do people find you to?
Okay, so we are Fruit Blossoms JA on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, Facebook, Fruit Blossoms JA, and on TikTok, it's Fruit Blossoms, and we are located in Portmore, and we're at a new location, Portmore Pines Plaza.
All right.
Pines Plaza.
So we can come in any day and get both fruit art and juices?
Yes, both fruit art, juices. We do our smoothies, and all these are no sugar added, nothing processed, all natural.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. I wish you were in Kingston though. Sometimes when I do feel for a nice snack and I want to go, the people, it's so difficult to find because they're always putting other things in it. You go to order it, you get there's a chance that something is going to mean it that you don't want. They add some sugar, they do something.
Wait, could you just repeat that just 1 second for me?
I was just saying that I wish you were in town.
Oh.
In Kingston, because sometimes when I go to try and find a nice snack and I'd love to have some fruit juice or something, I find that they've put stuff in it. It's not all natural. They put
That is
sugar
true.
in.
And you know what? And that's fact. That's fact. Because I've been to many other juice bars or smoothie bars, and when you're looking for something healthy and something natural, and you
Can't
think that
find it.
it's something natural, they actually add like sugar,
Yes.
and stuff to it.
Yeah. But hopefully, if I'm passing through Portmore anytime soon, I definitely have to find you and come get. I'd have some fruit art to take home because it looked like it would be really nice to take home and plate. Have it as part of an event, a dinner. Or even
Yes.
just like a birthday, like you could take this as a gift to
Right.
you don't want to take only the fruit art as a gift, right? Well, you could walk with something. And your something could be this wonderful fruit art that Colleen has here on display that we're seeing on the screen. This one looks like it has melon and pine and and
Or it has
grapes
kiwi,
and kiwi. I'm seeing kiwi and grapes and
strawberries.
right, strawberries, and you've really made it's very layered. So we have layers like a cake, and then you've made some sort of cascading stairs like looking component to it. So it has a lot of flair and a lot of color, and it looks very delicious and healthy.
It is. It is. And the beauty of our creations is that it's not only just beautiful, it's healthy.
Yes.
So when you get it, it's pleasing to the eyes, pleasing to your palate, the entire body. So what you can't eat, you can eat. What you can't eat off again, you put it in the refrigerator and have it another day. So I mean, it's just diverse.
It's wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us, Colleen, CEO of Fruit Blossoms, and you can find her in Portmore at Portmore Pines. Portmore Pines, you said?
Portmore Pines Plaza.
Portmore Pines
or you
Plaza.
Can call us at 849-5561. That's 876-849-5561.
All right. Take care. And online you can find Fruit Blossoms JA on
Fruit
Instagram.
Blossoms JA.
On Instagram and Facebook. Thank you so much, Colleen, for joining us, and all the best. Keep juicing and keep doing your wonderful fruit art.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
All right, that takes care of that, though. We're going to go straight to our promised bit of Christmas tunes featuring Sia. This one is Every Day is Christmas, and then we're going to have a little bit of sunshine and My Old Santa Claus. Oh,